Because the most important thing is if we don't have strong men, we don't have a strong community. And that is just a fact. And I really believe that we can literally take this to the next level and we can give our children a better future if we can literally heal from daddy issues. What's up, everybody? This is your boy Tony Henry with Unchained Expressions. I'm back with another episode of Dad. Where are you? I'm in this thing. I'm on this thing. It's great to be here. I'm excited to be here. I'm ready to talk about this issue that I truly believe that is a major issue in the Black community, but most importantly across the world. And I'm here to deal or talk about some of the circumstances that is dealing with father absence, fatherless homes. I'm a product of someone not having a father in my home. So I have experienced a lot that could have taken me out, that could have made me be in jail, dead, having children all over the world. I mean, all over. Yet and still, God gave me the opportunity and the ability to put me in a position to be around men, even though there was my father that led me in the right direction. Not only that, but kept me in church. That has really shaped my thinking and also shaped the life that I'm in today. So I'm going to get right into this because I think it's very important for us to understand that fathers are important. If you are a father, if you have children, you matter to your children. I'm going to say that again. If you are a father, if you have children, you matter to your children. A lot of children right now do not have their fathers in the home, and they're begging and they're wondering and they're trying to understand why them. They're trying to understand why nobody is thinking about me. Where's my father? Where's my dad? You know what I'm saying? Why is my dad not in the household? and if you are not taking your role seriously as a man first, so that way you can be a father to those that you have released out into the earth by way of your woman or your spouse or whatever the case may be, you are literally putting children's lives in jeopardy. So yesterday we talked about the importance of being present, and then I ended with talking about prodigal son. But today I want to get into a little statistics. I think that is very important. So let's dig into this. First off, hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share. Make sure you comment below, just engage with me. All right, here we go. So Dad, where are you? Now, I looked up statistics and it was very, very troubling to me. And I'm a part of a lot of these statistics in a way. Now, one of them I seen is 63% of youth without fathers commit suicide. That is huge. That is major. That is big, because I was one of those kids who was on the verge of committing suicide, because I always asked myself, where's my dad? Dad, where you at? I felt rejected. I felt like I didn't belong here in the earth. And that's what a lot of these kids who have committed suicide did. They felt like they were belong because they didn't have a father. Now, I know some of you gonna say, well, that's not the, you know what I'm saying, the end all be all. Well, that's a big part of it. And I'm a living witness of that because I have experienced it myself. I have experienced coming home and literally thinking to myself, nobody cares about me. I mean, am I worth living? Am I worth being am I worth going to the next level? Why my dad ain't here to tell me, son, I'm proud of you? Why my dad is not here to tell me I love you? Why is my dad not here to help me cultivate these gifts that I have? But yet and still, I'm living to this day. However, I did think a lot about committing suicide. Most people have gone through with it. There's a lot who haven't. But let's talk about this 63%, because that's a huge number. Now let's talk about another percent of statistic. 90% of all runaways do not have fathers in the home. It's major. 70% of high school dropouts come from fatherless homes. 71% of juveniles in state operated institutions come from fatherless homes. And fatherless homes are literally the biggest issue in our community, more than anything else, I truly believe. I say this to say because I'm looking at life and where we are in 2020. And there's a lot of issues that our community is still complaining about. But yet, we're not dealing with some of the issues of old. Now, we can go into politics. We can go into policies that has put us in this position. But my question to you is, when are we going to look at those policies that was written against us and fight against it with doing the opposite of what they wanted? I think about the Great Society Act. I think about the welfare state. I think about a lot of these issues that is going on where the government incentivized the black woman to not have a man in the household. That is an issue that is still going on today. I also even think about child support, which is hurting a lot of our black men today, keeping black men away, saying, well, shoot, if they're gonna charge me and tax me, then I don't need to be around the children. Then I'm thinking about a lot of this stuff. And remind you, I am somebody. I am a black man who has literally lived without a father. So I know a lot of these issues. I've dealt with these issues. I dealt with thinking about committing suicide. I dealt about thinking about running away. I thought about literally going out and just being reckless with my life. And while I may have thought about it and did some reckless things, God has really preserved me. And I'm thankful. And I know some of you who are going to watch it and be like, yeah, God kept me too. So where do we save those who are still fatherless? We need to make sure that us as fathers who have children deal with daddy issues of old. I'm on this journey right now to deal with a lot of issues from my past. Growing up without a father. My father left me before I was even born. This is what was told to me, that my biological father told my mother, that ain't my child. I'm 33 years old. And maybe 4 years ago, I literally just saw a picture of my father, which you can look at in the last video. Saw a picture of him, had a mental breakdown because I asked myself, why did he leave me? I think I'm a very smart guy, graduated high school, didn't go to college, wasn't for me, you know what I'm saying? But I've worked hard, did my best to play by the rules, even though I did certain things. But I'm like, why did he make the conscious decision to just leave me by myself? Why me? And really trying to understand, Dad, why did you leave me to defend for myself? And there's a lot of kids right now who are asking the same question, Daddy, where are you? Boys, girls, asking. And this is the reason why I believe personally, we have a lot of chaos going on in our communities because we have a lot of fatherless children. And I just read some statistics to you so that way you can see for yourself that, hey, we have a major issue. And I think this issue is way bigger than, I would say, racism or white supremacy and police brutality. While those are issues, I don't think that's the big issue. The big issue is fatherless home. I'm gonna tell you why. As a black man, I have a beautiful daughter. I'm teaching her everything that wasn't taught to me, right? However, when I grew up, I had father figures who taught me right. Now, even though I may have strayed away and not have given them the proper due in some cases, everything that they taught me stuck with me. See what I'm saying? And even though I did not have their home to go to when I was in need of trouble, I still went back home to a fatherless home. Even though I had a father figures, they wasn't my father. And most children right now don't have a home to go back to because of they don't have a father that has taught them the way. There's a scripture, Proverbs 22:6, says, train up a child in the way they should go, teaching him to seek God's wisdom and will for his abilities and talents. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it. What if our children is learning from our father? They're not training us. And we need to be trained. Men need to be trained by men. And our girls need to be trained by men. But they're not training us. We're not being trained to deal with police officers, other men in our community. We're not trained to learn about money. We're not trained to talk business. We're not trained to talk about education. We're not trained with that from our fathers. We're just living this life because guess what? We have a mother in the household and she's doing the best that she can. So guess who raises us? The streets raises us, the system raises us, and then next thing you know, we're growing up and we're confused about life because we were neglected as a child. The Bible says in Psalms 51:5, we were born shaping in iniquity and born into sin. Our mother conceived us. But listen to this. Born into sin, shaping into iniquity, born into sin. We've been shaped without a father to continuously carry on certain things that should have been dealt with when we were children. We should have been taught to. We should have been disciplined. But how can we when the fathers are not at home? Because like I said, I'm on a mission to find my biological father. And I have a lot of questions, but while I'm on this journey of asking questions, I really want to have this dialogue and to express how important men are. I believe we can't go to the next level if we don't have the proper father or have dealt with those daddy issues. So that way we can be able to train up the children that's coming up behind us. I want to be a better father. I want to be a better brother. I want to be a better friend. But I can't be that if I'm still dealing with daddy issues. Just like you. You could be watching this right now and be like, man, I'm dealing with some serious daddy issues. Man, my daddy left me too. It's been bothering me. I haven't had the opportunity to really go forth, handle business like I should because I'm like, man, I don't have a real man to talk to. And then the man I want to talk to, I don't want to give that burden to. I have plenty of men in my life that I'm like, I would love to share and place my burden on them, but I feel like it's not the same because I feel like I should have had my father there that I can go back to, something that the prodigal son did. He took the money that was inherited to him. He went, he splurged it, right? Figured like, dang, I screwed up my whole life. He had somebody to go back to. He had a father to go back to and ask for forgiveness. Reason why? Because his father trained him up in the right way. Some of us have not been trained at all. We haven't been trained at all. We just have been living this life. And it's hurtful for a lot of these children out here because when we're going out and we're just being reckless with life, we get caught up in so much. We're following friends that is not good. We're out here listening to music that is not good, watching movies that is not good. We're being caught up in so much, and there is no valuable man, father there to say, hey man, hold up, chill out. What you doing? Hey, tighten up. What's going on? And I think that if we can move forward or go back, rap, and deal with those daddy issues and understand why did our fathers leave? Why did they neglect us? And we deal with that, understand their thought process. We can move forward and we can literally say we know exactly what not to do. And we know exactly how to help those who are coming without their fathers. We know exactly how to bring reconciliation to them. My whole goal and purpose is to make sure that we literally have the opportunity as black men to be healed so we can revive our community effectively. Because at the end of the day, I truly believe that racism ain't gonna go nowhere. There's always going to be hatred from everywhere, whether you white, black, Hispanic. People are always going to hate black people, going to hate black people, white people going to hate white people. It's just going to be there. But how can us in the black community really heal so that way we could take down the statistics and that way we can have better a better understanding of where we can go? I think we have to deal with the man first. God created us. He said, let us make man in our image. What is his image? He gave us dominion over the earth, fish and the fowl of the sea and air and all of that. Which means we have to take back that power of being a man, having authority, and understand that everything rests on us. We are the foundation of the community, the foundation of our family. We determine if the community is going to be built strong or if it's going to be led weak. And this is no plight to women at all. But this is a reality that we need men, because at the end of the day, women come from men. Men come from men. And it's up to us as men to make sure we can cultivate those gifts, cultivate our positions in life. So that way we'll be able to go firm and strong. I'm just ready for a revival and seeing men take responsibility. Most importantly, forgive. I said it and I put it in my post that most men don't know how to take responsibility because they never had to deal with authority in the home. And that's a true fact. A lot of us don't know what to do because we never had a man in the home to show us the way. But this is one thing I believe that we as men can actually go back and do. This is what I believe, and I'm gonna pull out these three, and then on my next video I will break those three things down. I think as men who are fatherless and who are still trying to look for their father, I think one, we need to forgive, repair, move forward. And then I think for us who are fathers now, who have children, I think that we need to be compassionate, understanding, but most importantly, disciplinary. Compassionate, understanding, and disciplinary. I think that we need to do those 6 things all together. And I'm looking at these statistics. I'm looking at some very, very rough numbers that we can bring down, that we can be effective in doing if we can heal. Us men can heal if we can heal effectively, if we can ask for forgiveness, if we can forgive, if we can say, hey, I need to deal with this issue that's been bothering me of not having my father in my life. Like I said, I know what it feels like. I've been there. I've been there where I literally was about to do some damaging things to myself. Really. But I thank God that I'm in this position to literally move forward and go up from here. So tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about these statistics, and tell me what you think about the 6 things that I said, so that way we can be able to have a real serious dialogue on how we in the black community as men can lift our community, so that way we can be better for the children that are coming up after us. Because the most important thing is, if we don't have strong men, we don't have a strong community. And that is just a fact. And I really believe that we can literally take this to the next level, and we can give our children a better future if we can literally heal from daddy issues. So listen, I hope you continuously join me on this journey. Make sure that you subscribe, like, and share, and also comment, because I really want to hear from you. I really want to have that serious dialogue, so that way we can be better as black men in our community. I love you all with the love of the Lord. Unchained Xpressions. Peace.